What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How you doing? And welcome to another Casual Podcast with your boy Brian, the Casual Brian. The Casual Podcast is brought to you by the Casual brand. Forgot to go live on Instagram. Let's get that on and popping right now. Yeah. So we're coming to you live from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and now officially we're coming to you live on Instagram. What's up, Instagram? What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great day. It is the start of my least favorite month of the year, February. We're going to get into why that is exactly. If you're checking out on Instagram and you saw my poll, do you like February? Do you like the month of February? And if you're listening, let me know. Do you like the month of February? There's a whole bunch of reasons why I'm going to get into February, which thankfully is the shortest month of the year. But yeah, we are live, and if you haven't already followed or subscribed, please be sure to follow and subscribe. Follow or subscribe, whichever is appropriate. If you're listening on the podcast, thank you so much. Be sure to follow on there. I think that is a subscription. I guess it depends on where you go. I don't think you follow on any podcast platform, Spotify or Apple or whatever. So yeah, let's go ahead and get out of this window. Get a sip of coffee before we just dive right into it. So, anyone who knows me knows I am not a fan of the month of February. Why am I not a fan of the month of February? Well, for the last 12 years now, wow, 12 years in New York, I've lived in the city of New York, and I'm originally from Orlando, Florida, the Sunshine State, if you will. And in Florida, when it gets cold, it's still not really cold. If it's in the 60s in Florida, people are putting on jackets. And that's actually not a joke. Like, I am 100% serious. If in Florida, when it gets in the 60s, people actually start putting on jackets. 50s, people are gonna start warning you about going outside. So I've always grown up in the sunshine. I lived in Texas for 10 years as I went to school, got my bachelor's and master's. But and it gets cold in Texas. It definitely gets cold in Texas. It's definitely snowed. You get black ice, all the fun stuff. But nothing. Hold on. Make sure you can hear me. Nothing compares to being up north during the winter. And for me, the winter is mid-January through February. December is like pre-winter, you know? It's pretty much fall. Some people might say, and then every now and then you get snow in December, but realistically, it's January, mostly mid-January to the end in February. It's so cold. It's so unbelievably cold. And I hate it. I hate it. And it's like you don't get this kind of cold is only in February. Like I pretty much, if I didn't do jujitsu, I wouldn't leave my house. Seriously, I would stay home. In fact, one of the earlier years, um, I was actually also getting into being a freelance composer. So I was also not leaving the house because I was working from home all the time. But it's not. It's just it's the wind. It's the wind that gets you. You know what I mean? I remember one time coming home from a gig. Um, wasn't late, and I didn't think it was that cold. I mean, it was cold. It was cold for sure. But I was walking back. I had about a 10-minute walk from my apartment to the train, and that wind was hitting my legs, and it felt like someone was stabbing me over and over and over. And I actually stopped and was tearing up because it was so painful. That's what I'm talking about. I love to not be here. And for a lot of years when I was working on cruise ships and I was just finding reasons not to be here, I wasn't here because it's just not the vibe. So February, for that reason and that reason alone, February is not my favorite. And it's also just kind of like darker, grayer. You don't tend to get a lot of sunny days in February, you know? So yeah, like right now, we got the slush on the ground from the snowstorm, from the blizzard that came by. And that's the thing that people don't understand from the South. Snow is like it's cool, but it turns into this dirty, disgusting thing that gets all over on all over your shoes, on the edge of your pants. So February, I could leave it. I'm always excited to get out of it. You know, there's some cool things in February. Chinese New Year. I don't know if Chinese New Year is always February 1st. I don't know how that works. I know that today is Chinese New Year, so happy Chinese New Year, happy Lunar New Year. I think it's how some people say it as well. Black History Month. I'm a fan of Black History Month. I used, I've gone through a phase. So I used to love Black History Month as a child. Every black kid loves Black History Month. I believe. And then I went through a rebellious stage where I was like, wow, why do we just get a month? And American history is Black history, and Black history is American history. But now I'm kind of coming back around to it. And I think it's good that we celebrate. It's like, don't stop doing the good things while you improve. You know what I mean? Like, Black history is a good thing. Yes, we could do more. Yes, there should be more of an integration of Black history into just history, because American history is Black history and Black history is American history. But while we get there, let's not stop doing what's good. So Black history is cool. So that's a good reason um for February. Now, Valentine's Day, I don't know where I land on that. I'm not a fan of Valentine's Day. I think it's I can't really remember ever enjoying Valentine's Day. Not to say that I haven't had good experiences on Valentine's Day, but it's clearly a money grab. You know what I mean? And I'm not one of those guys who's like, well, it's all about money, so I'm not going to do it. It doesn't matter. If your partner wants to do something, you need to do something, and you can enjoy it. Like I said, I've had some really wonderful experiences on Valentine's Day. I'm just like, if Valentine's Day is the day for you in your relationship, you're probably not having a good relationship. You know what I mean? If the only time you get flowers for someone is on Valentine's Day, then you're probably not doing it right. That's all I'm saying. And this is like a thing for me, like, period. I'm trying to get to the point where, like, I'm not only giving people gifts um on holidays, so birthdays, Christmas, and so on and so forth. I want to give gifts all the time. You know what I mean? I want to be just a generous, giving person. And so for me, Valentine's Day is tricky. It's tricky for me because I feel like I feel like it's clearly a money grab. You know what I mean? Like, it's clearly contrived, um, just for people to spend money, and it tends to devalue into just like, how much money can I spend? You know, it's not always, like I said, it's not always that. And I've had some great Valentine's days. Like, Duracell, for example, is really good with planning, like, days. You know, like, for me, it's funny how people are. We all have like skill sets, and we all have like things that we're naturally good with. Like, if you ask me to plan something, it's going to be so stressful because I overthink things and I want everything to be good. And then if I'm aware that you're good at that, then I'm going to be more stressful. You know, um, I found out a friend of mine is coming back into town. Last time they were in town, we did a show, um, and I ended, and I had to put it together, and it was so stressful. And I immediately said no. I'm down to be a part of the show. I'm just not putting it together. I can't. That's not my. I don't take joy in putting things together. Now, um, I do enjoy trying to communicate to people in their language, in their like love language, for example. Like, for Christmas, I got Darcel tickets to the summit because I know how she thinks, I know what she likes. She likes experiences, and I thought this would be a great experience. Terrifying experience for me. I mean, terrifying, but when we got up there and she enjoyed it, in fact, not even when we got up there, when we got there and she realized what it was, there was a look on her face, a joy on her face, and that made me excited. That, like, that's what it's all about. My parents used to describe that, seeing us open our presents made them happy, and I get that. I'm definitely a it is better to give. I enjoy seeing people get, especially when that gift like reaches the next level, meaning like you put thought into it, like this gift is going to be um impactful for them. It's going to really speak to their language. Sometimes we give gifts and we think, oh, this is a cool gift, and then it might be a cool gift, but it doesn't really speak to their language. Like if somebody, so this is a perfect example. If someone got me an anime gift, that would be dope, and I would be thankful, and I'd be like, that's cool. But if somebody got me a One Piece gift, which is my favorite anime, that's the level of like giving I'm trying to be on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just trying to be like anime, which is cool because for them to know that I'm into anime means that we have a good friendship. But for them to know that I'm into One Piece, that's the next level. I mean, I have no One Piece art back there. I got Jujutsu Kaisen, I got Dragon Ball Z. A lot of my TikTok followers think that I hate Dragon Ball Z. I don't hate Dragon Ball Z. Now, we got to be honest, okay? Can we be honest? Can we have an honest discussion? Dragon Ball Z is a basic anime, okay? It is a basic anime. It's the same story over and over. They don't even change it at all. You got strong people who like to fight, the Saiyans, Goku, Vegeta, all the Saiyans, Gohan. A person comes that somehow is stronger than the level that they've reached, which was already crazy. They lose, they go train, they win every single time. Every single time. And then there's a little bit of like fillerish time of peace in between the next situation. From Radix to Vegeta to Namek to Frieza, or no, from Namek to Boo, no, to Cell to Boo. You know what I mean? It's the same story, man. I get it. Goku's strong. He's the strongest, and he likes to fight. You know? I mean, the only person really, in my opinion, who's had any kind of character development is Vegeta. Thank God, and that's why he's my favorite. Even though they refuse to give my man a dub. They won't do it. I thought they were going to do it. Took it away. They've taken it away twice. They took it away with Frieza, and they took it away again now with I don't want to spoil. I'm not going to spoil. I look at the manga. It's so funny. I used to say manga all the time, and then I stopped really like hanging out with Japanese people like I was in college, and hanging out with more American anime people, and now I say manga. It's the manga. It's the manga. Let me say this too. If you watch anime now, you are so lucky. You're just so lucky. I mean, I'm not complaining because it's good for me too. The anime popularity and craze is good for me too. I'm just saying, when I was growing up, you couldn't get anime like we get now. You know, it wasn't a thing. It just is so, pardon me, it's so popular and it's so readily available. There's so many places to get it. Oh my gosh. It's just so cool, man. I'm like, I'm a little jealous because I wish when I was growing up that anime would have been the way it is now. But that was also part of the appeal. When I grew up, it was me, Julian, Kwaku. That was it. Me, Julian, Kwaku. And then, Julian's brothers, Jaren and Kellen. Shout out to the Williams family. I know they're going crazy right now. Bengals back in the playoffs. That's insane, huh? Definitely got to get Kellen on here to help us all with our finances. Kellen and his wonderful wife, Shar, who can bless us with some vegan recipes. Man, I am so hyped. I am just so hyped. You don't know. I have so many people that are coming on this podcast, and like starting tomorrow, I have a wonderful guest from the Casual Jazzer. This year's gonna be great, man. I'm so hyped. If you're not hyped for this year, I don't know. I don't know. I get it. I get being tentative because we were all hyped for 2021. We were hoping that this was going to be our year to get out of it. And but this year, man, we're out of it. We're coming out. Just think about how awesome last summer was. This summer's going to be crazier. You know what I mean? If you're not getting ready for this summer, what are you doing? You're not planning some trips. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make some money. Trying to make some money. Cause I'm trying to get out here this summer and see some things. I'm hitting up at least 2 beaches, a minimum of 2 beaches, and I'm not talking about New York. No offense to New York, but your beaches don't count. Rockaway, Coney Island, what are those? Disgusting and cold, freezing, freezing water. No, thank you. But I'll go. I'll go to Coney Island, especially Coney Island. Coney Island's fun, but you know, the way I think about beaches, I don't typically want to be around a million people. There's like a million people on the beaches on just any day in New York. Any day during the summer, it's just like a million people chilling on the beach. You just like stand shoulder to shoulder with somebody, like it's like an elevator in the water. You don't even swim, you just stand shoulder to shoulder. That's a slight exaggeration. Slight. So yeah, but no, I'm gonna get it. I'm thinking about doing like an all inclusive to like Mexico or something like that. I don't know. They've had a couple of incidents that don't make me feel good. People shooting, people shooting up at the resorts. It's like, come on, man. You know. But I got to go with the right people. Sometimes you go with people and they want to go off into the real places. I'm not. I've never been the real places type of guy. I remember I went to, and you know what? And you know why? Because you have no control. When I was in Morocco. I think we were in Tangier. I'm trying to be adventurous. My friends are like, "Yeah, let's go to the beach." I don't know where the beach is. I know that there's no beach by where where we were. So we have to take taxis to get to the beach. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. It's a group of us. We'll be fine. Man, when I tell you we were in those cabs for like a solid 40 minutes driving away from the only place that could get me out of that place, I was like, well, Lord, it is in your hands. That's not my style. Every now and then I like to push myself. But I mean, I think back on just being, just traveling on the cruise ships. Man, I was in some crazy places. Going out in Brazil, going out in Argentina, going out in Uruguay. I mean, we went to a club in Uruguay. I have no idea where we were. You know what I mean? And it was dope. You know, that's the thing. Sometimes you just gotta let go and say, if if I've been blessed with the opportunity to see these places, I need to at least see them. You know, it's not an almost. It's definitely a disservice to the opportunity presented to me to just stay on the edge. But that being said, if I go to an all-inclusive resort in Mexico, I'm gonna stay at that joint. I'm gonna eat all the food I can there, and I'm gonna get all the drinks I can there, because that's what I paid for, and that's what I want to do. You know, it's interesting to me how people they 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 enjoy traveling. You know, um, I think like Japan is one of the only places where I was super adventurous. Like, no, China definitely. Shanghai is definitely the most adventurous I've ever been. I don't even, but it wasn't even like a choice. It was like, this is what we're doing. And okay, you know, even where we were living, the first time I went to China, I stayed in someone's apartment. I stayed in someone's apartment, fam. Five, five guys, a dog, a lady in a 1 bedroom apartment. It wasn't even a 1 bedroom, it was a studio. But that's life. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Anyway, tomorrow I don't know if I'm gonna have a guest on tomorrow. I have a guest. We're gonna record from the Casual Jazzer. It's possible that we might do it live. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But for from now for the rest of the week, I have let me see if I can find his name. I'm gonna I gotta pull it up. Give me 1 second. I can't find it. I'm sorry. But if you go to Casual Jazzer, he did the analysis on Giant Steps. He has a great page. I love his page. And he was very open to doing the podcast. And I said, let's get it popping. Let's get it on and popping. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, so that Thursday we have Darcel. I'm excited to have her on. And then Friday, yes, Friday I have my good friend Ryan Knock from Knock It Out Music. He does music licensing, music production, so he's gonna be a great guest. We're getting it popping, guys. We're getting it popping, man. I can't wait. I gotta get like a calendar and put out who's gonna be on the podcast. You want to be on, you want to check it out. And if you're interested in being in the podcast, hit me up. Hit me up. I'm down. I'm down. I wanna get conversations going. So thank you everyone who stopped by. Thank you for all who checked it out. If you haven't already followed or subscribed, make today the day. Make today the day you do that. And until tomorrow, no. Also, it is Black History Month and the Casual brand. We have Black History shirts. So if you're interested in getting a Black History shirt, hit me up. And I'll be having links every day, either on my Facebook page or my Instagram page, so you can get it. You can get it if you want it. Peace.